Hi guys, so we don't know yet at the time of the recording of this how many seats Reform UK will win, if any, but Nigel Farage is already blaming the media and the media watchdog for any potential failure. It's all very Trumpian. If things go well, it's because Nigel ran a wonderful campaign and he alone got the vote out. If things go badly, it's nothing to do with the policies, the candidates, the canvassers, and certainly not the leader. Here Farage is preparing the groundwork for any possible negative outcome. Have a listen.
The problem we've had is getting some of the messages out through GB News, ITV, and I can't even talk about the BBC.
Well, we do. We cover all the views of the main parties.
You have given us a tiny amount of coverage as a channel because Ofcom have laid down the rules that the key determining factor in how much you can cover are the last two general elections. I've never seen this ruling before this year, and I feel that all of you,
as a group of broadcasters, are being really hemmed in by Ofcom into not being able to cover what's really going on. So much out there beyond just a narrow linear broadcasting. I'm not sure this is where we need to be in this. This is your sell to our viewers.
Okay, there's no pushback there from the journalist, but he's already blaming the media. It's the media's fault. So, I don't know what Farage is talking about here when he says about two last election cycles, because Reform UK have received a lot more coverage than the Green Party. And the Green Party have been around a lot longer than Reform UK. So I don't know what he's arguing here. But this is not about coverage. This is about blame. So I think what will happen is Reform UK will win a maximum of 3 seats. Now, Farage may have access to better polling than I do, and maybe he sees an absolute disaster for Reform UK, so he's already preparing the groundwork for someone to blame, and he's going to blame the media. Oh, see, we couldn't get our message out. If we had been given a proper platform, then we would have won more seats. Like, they have spent huge amounts of money on advertising. You have people posting all over social media about Reform UK. Now, whether these are real people or bots, I don't know. But there's a lot of coverage. There's a lot of talk. Farage was invited onto a number of shows and he rejected those invitations. He refused to go on. So he can't really blame the media here. But it's about blame. So if things go well, it will be because Nigel is a great speaker, a great leader. Things don't go well, then he has to find a scapegoat. It's the media. It's the media watchdog. They were tying the hands of GB News. They wouldn't allow GB News to interview me more. It's ridiculous. If you have a message, you have to work within the confines of the law, of the rules. If you can't, then go and do something else. But as I said, this is about preparing the ground for a failure. Now, it's possible that they do really well, and then this interview was just shelved and it's no longer necessary. But I think Farage probably believes now that things are not going so well. The last couple of weeks have resulted in a few disasters, significant disasters for Reform UK. I think it has turned off a lot of voters who were willing to give the Tories a bloody nose and by voting Reform, and now are thinking maybe that's actually not a good idea, and they're switching back to the Conservatives. We've seen 2 defections from Reform UK back to the Conservatives. So this is all pretty embarrassing. And I think Farage now realizes he's not going to get the massive number of MPs that he had. I think it was him that had predicted before. So better say, look, we were expecting to win a huge number of seats. It's not our fault. It's not because of our policies, not because of the leader. It's down to the media. The media were working against us. There needs to be massive media reform. And we need to lead that. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.